And we should be ready. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Assetto Corsa Offline Championship for Formula E here at Anderstorp in Sweden. My name is Miran Evji, and I am your commentator once again for today. And today we are breaking the rules of Formula E and racing at a traditional circuit this time in a small town located outside of Gothenburg in Sweden. We are racing at, obviously, the Scandinavian Raceway at Anderstorp. So, before we get into anything, let's get into some details about this circuit. So, the Anderstorp Raceway, or the Scandinavian Raceway, as it's officially known as, located in Anderstorp, Småland, 4 kilometers off this very, very interesting circuit. And we have got quite a few turns. It's so the track map I'm using is a bit incorrect. So it's 7 turns, I think, and a few bank turns as well. And we've got this very, very long straight. I can see Tom Stevens and Fernando Tost going down right now. The flight straight. Obviously, this track used to be a an airbase formerly. Formula One used to race here back in the 1970s. We've had many great winners in Formula One there back in the 70s. People like Niki Lauda, Jody Scheckter, Denny Hulme, and all of those people. And then the circuit shut down for a while. And then I think it got a tiny bit of a restoration in 2009, and now we see a few racing series come here, like the Scandinavian Touring Car Championship. But other than that, it hasn't seen much activity in a while. So seeing Formula E here is pretty cool. But if we could just get a glance at the timing screens at the moment. I don't think anyone set a time, but we can check. We have actually some times in at the moment. And it's the no, there's no times at the moment, but we're gonna see one man who's gonna set a time. That is Hoàng Minh Nguyen, a 1:29.0 for the Vietnamese driver, and that puts him at the top of the timing sheets for now. Tom Stevens is second as Jakub Sikorski, qualifying master, tops him there by only a few hundredths of a second. Will Parrish is in third. Will Parrish, obviously, big news for him, as next week he is going to Formula 2 at Abu Dhabi to replace Laban Zasnishka at Rapax. So we wish Will all the best for his outing at Formula 2. And he's done quite well this season, must be said. Scored a win and overall pretty consistent. But he's struggling a bit in qualifying these last few races. It's becoming pretty evident. But there is actually someone who goes fastest. That is Håkon Olsen, the Norwegian. Tops Sikorsky by 0.2 of a second. Anton Orlov goes into second. So the gap to the leader decreases. And Tobias Schwulenberg in third. Kai Cherezhnia goes into second. And I think that is... No, we have 2 people yet to set a lap time. I think everyone is out on track. So we are going to see some lap times come in. Fernando Tost there goes up into P6. And Talal Nagali goes into P16. So that is, yes, all the 20 times on the board. And it is Håkon Olsen, a 1:28.8 to take pole, or provisional pole, for the... Anderstorp ePrix. And he's not too far away from home either. Sweden obviously borders Norway, and we are quite close to the Norwegian border, although not by much. And it's Kai Cherezhnia in second in the Andretti. And I must say the Andrettis have looked really, really strong this season. If there's one lineup I'd say that would be the strongest, I'd say would be Cherezhnia and Sikorsky, the 2 Polish drivers in the Andretti. And we've got someone in chat. Where is Schwulenberg? He is P4 at the moment. So he is doing pretty well. And while we're on the topic of Schwulenberg, actually, He's been really coming to his own after the second half of the season. Obviously, I'd say his highlight of the season was Luca, where he was on course to score a podium, but I think he had some trouble with Hanebusa, and that left him. I think they collided, and that left him down a couple places. So it just kind of wasn't meant to be. But he's been performing quite well nonetheless, and currently he sits P4 in qualifying. And we're going to see his first sector time as he approaches turn 3, Lektar, as it's called. And now down the old start-finish straight. So, yeah, not a lot of time improvements coming in right now. So I think people have gotten their fastest times through, but I can't really be sure, as Formula E usually tends to produce some last-minute qualifying action. But we're going to see Tobias Schullenberg's second sector, as he's 7/10 off Olsen in sector 2. So I do not think this will be an improvement for him, as he is only 2/10 off the pole time. So I think, yeah, as he does come into the pit lane there, Schwulenberg. And yeah, he was only a 10th off in sector 3, but I do not think it would be an improvement. As here is our pole man, Håkon Olsen. He looks to be stuck behind who I believe is Kai Cherezhnia, but I could be wrong on that. But yeah, the Cheetahs have looked pretty strong as well. Obviously, Fernando Toth took the win in Miami last time out, and then it was Olsen, and now it's Olsen who sits on top of the timing sheets. But we're going to see if Tost, with this improved run of confidence, will be able to put up a fight for the lead today, as we have 6.5 minutes remaining of this qualifying session here at Anderstorp. And I think someone is running the final corner to set a lap time, but I'm not really sure. We're going to see if Håkon Olsen will improve his sector 2 time. And no, it's no improvement from him. So I think track. I was gonna say, I forgot. I think track evolution. There it is. Track evolution might be playing into hand at the moment. So the drivers might be struggling to set quicker lap times, as this does not look to be a very, very fast lap for Olsen. And yeah, he's a second off his personal best at the moment. But yeah, not a lot is going on in qualifying at the moment. So your top 10 at the moment is Olsen, Cherechnia, Urlov, Schwulenberg, Sikorsky, Tost, Hanebusa, Nguyen, Gomez, and Wolf. As here is the man in P3, Anton Urlov, the Russian. Made his debut at the second race of the season at Donington. Almost scored points in his debut, finished P11. If I remember that correctly, but yeah, I can't be sure. We've had a few big breaks in the Formula E calendar, so yeah, I've been a bit unsure. But we're gonna see Orlov as he goes through the starting corner now into Opel, which is turn 5. And the one thing that's nice about Anderstorp is that this layout, since Formula 1 used to race back here in 1970, has never changed. The only thing that's changed on this circuit is the starting line. But other than that, it has it's not changed, not one bit since 1970. So it's really got that vintage Formula 1 track vibe, and I think a lot of people like that. At least I do. We're going to see Orlov as he crosses the line. No improvement from him. Yeah, 1.3 off. And yeah, everyone is out on track. As there is Talal Nagali, who goes P4 in the Jaguar. And yeah, Jaguar have been a bit up and down as well throughout this season. So it's good that they're up there now. So the Saudi driver goes up into P4 129 flat. just beating out Schwulenberg by 0.003 of a second for P4. So yeah, everyone out on track except Olsen, Hanebusa, and Matthias Poco at the moment. As Nugali there actually in sector one, 300ths off Olsen, so this might be an improvement for the Saudi driver. We're gonna see now as it goes through start Kurvan. Now on to turn 5 Opel, a banked corner. This circuit has two banked corners, if I remember correctly. You can see them on the onboard, just how much banking there is there. Now onto the straight. Into turn 6, Hansen. And turn 6, Carousel, not to be confused with the Nürburgring carousel. And now onto the final corner, Gislaved. And we're going to see what it will be for Talal Nagali, as he's going to cross the line. And will it be an improvement for the Saudi driver? And no, it isn't. He is 0.5 off. So I think he lost a bit of time in sector 3, it looked like. But that leaves him P4 at the moment. Anton Urlov is P3, but he's gone into the pit lane. But yeah, I'd say the favorite. I think Olsen has a tendency of having quite good starts, so I think he might be able to keep it clean into turn 1 and just keep his head down and hold that lead into turn 1. And then I'd say, yeah, as one person said, the race can be can't be won in turn 1, but it can be lost in turn 1. As Riyad Bazino goes up into P14. So a few improvements, but now we're having 1 minute 40 remaining in qualifying. So everyone is out on track. So, but I think Anton Urlov might not come out again. Neither will Fernando Tost. So I think they might not be able to set a lap time, as Jakub Sikorski comes into the pit lane. So does Håkon Olsen. So they're out of qualifying now. So Cherezhny, Nagali, Schwulenberg. I'm saying that like there's some people who can challenge for pole, but I'd say it's anyone's game for pole in Formula E. We've seen that multiple times before. So now with 1 minute remaining qualifying, there's Schwulenberg. He's actually dueling with, I believe that is Huang Min Nguyen. So this is not what Tobias wants at the moment, as he's stuck behind the Edam's car there. And yeah, that is a bit unfortunate for the German driver, because he wants to clear that Edam's car as soon as possible, because he is in the contention for pole. And yeah, as he's coming into the pit lane, so I think there will be no more running for Schwulenberg. There was a Dragon coming in as well. We're going to see Kai Turezhnia if he can improve, but it doesn't matter if he improves or not, because he is going to get another lap time in. We're going to see what it will be for Mr. Turezhny as he crosses the line. It's no improvement for him, but he has another lap. He has another lap to set a time, but I'm not sure if this will be an improvement, considering things like battery and stuff like that. But yeah, 10 seconds remaining in qualifying. So yeah, we have 5 seconds remaining now. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and the checkered flag is now out. Qualifying is over. We're waiting for 11 cars to cross the line, and I think there are a few people coming around Carousel at the moment. So I have no idea who it is. I think it might be the Edam's cars, actually, if we could check that. So P8. No, they're coming into the pit lane, actually. Or I might be wrong on that. I'm not really sure. But there is someone as, yeah, Hanebusa did set a lap time, but it was no improvement for her. And Huang Min Nguyen's on a lap time as well, as he goes into Hansen. There's a car coming into the pit lane, but there's one car that's going to cross the line now as he goes to Gislaved. We're going to see who that will be as he goes through. But no, I don't think we got a clear shot. Well, we actually did. That was Max Smittler, who went across the line and went up into P2. So a great lap time from the Welsh driver to put it onto the front row for Audi. So yeah, a very, very good lap time from him. We're waiting for 4 cars to cross the line. There's another car coming around Gislaved. I think it might be Adam Wolf. As yes, it is. We're going to see what it will be for Wolf. as he crosses the line. It will be an improvement for him, and I don't think it's going to be, as no, it isn't. Mehmet Demirolu is next to cross the line, and no, it's actually Will Parrish. We're going to see as Parrish and Demirolu across the line. Parrish can't improve, neither can Demirolu, so it's Håkon Olsen who takes pole at Anderstorp. But now, as we are getting ready for the race at Anderstorp, Håkon Olsen is on pole, but can submit the challenge into the first corner. And we go green at Anderstorp. So it's a very, very good start for Olsen there, but Smittler looks to have been a bit slow there. As on the outside there is Anton Orlov. He's trying to challenge Kai Cherezhnia for the podium places. As everyone heads down the flight straight now. We go on board with Anton Orlov. He's Talal Nugali is overtaking him. So a bit of a bad start for Orlov. Nugali can challenge Cherezhnia though for P3. He's going to try it down the inside. Can Nugali get it now for P3 as they're side by side? Coming into Lektar. But I think Nugali's got it done. And yes, he has. He's up into P3. But there is Cherezhnia. Looked a bit wide there. As Jakub Sikorski is under pressure from Tobias Schwulenberg now. But Anton Orlov, can he send it up the inside? No, there's not enough space there at the moment. But it actually has been. As Cherezhnia looks to have been a bit compromised on the exit there. That's going to allow Orlov to go past for P4. As Orlov's going to swing it around the outside. And can he get it done into Opel as they're wheel to wheel? This is great racing, but I think Cherezhnia having the inside there with the bank turn, that's going to allow him to get a bit of extra grip. But I think it's not done yet, as Orlov's once again on the outside coming into Hansen. But now Orlov is going to have the inside into Carousel. And I think Anton Orlov might be through. And that was a great and respectful battle between Orlov and Cherezhnia. And yeah, that was incredible racing between the two. As there is Tobias Schwulenberg. He's trying to get the other end ready of Sikorsky there. And yeah, bad start for Schwulenberg as well. As no, there is Erika Hanebusa trying to send it down the inside of Tobias Schwulenberg. Can Schwulenberg hold it on? And we're going to see as they're side by side coming down the flight straight onto lap 2 of 11. We're going to see if they can hold on. Here's Hanebusa wiggling around as it's a bit bumpy there. So we're going to see if Hanebusa can set it down the inside, and she's going to try it actually on Schwulenberg, the same way Nugali tried it on Orlov. But Schwulenberg, yeah, can't hold on there, and that's going to allow Hanebusa up into P7. But yeah, bad start for Schwulenberg. He's been just a bit unlucky there, as I think there's someone trying a move. There's Huang Min Nguyen on Fernando Tost, the last time race winner out of Miami, is currently being challenged for P9, as Nguyen's going to send it on the inside. The Edams are looking very good today, as I think Nguyen's got him done there into the start corner, but no, into Opel now. And I think Nguyen has that done, and a very, very good move from him as well. As here is Gabriel Gomez, the first ever Formula E race winner. Gonna challenge Fernando Tost as well. So Tost is falling back a bit. And into Carousel they go. And I think, yeah, there is Tost on the inside. But Gomez might now have the inside. But I don't think he's going to be able to try and move there. As Mehmet Demirol is actually going to try and move on Gomez now. As Max Smittler sets the fastest lap. So that gap to Olsen for the lead. 8/10 it is now. As I think I saw a bit of a squirming there for Gomez. That's going to help Demirolu. We're going to see if he can get the straight line speed on Gomez. He's going to tuck in behind on the slipstream maybe. We're going to see as the race winner from Paul Ricard is going to want to hunt for points again. He does not want to be out of the points today, surely. As, yeah, he's not close enough to try and move yet. Mehmet, as he does fall back there a bit. I think it was a bit of oversteer there. As, yeah, that's actually allowed Adam Wolf to close up to him. I think Wolf might try a move here somewhere. As I think Schwulenberg up ahead is actually closing in on Hanebusa there. And yeah, you can see it. There it goes on the inside into the start corner. And now into Opel as well. Schwulenberg's going to try to throw it around the outside. We're going to see if he can make this stick. As they go through the outside, they're wheel to wheel. And this is great racing between the two. But we're going to see if Schwulenberg can hold it on. I don't think he has. But he has actually. As they're still side by side now. Coming into Hansen. We're gonna see if he can get it done as Hanebus is gonna hold the inside. That's gonna be the superior line. But now Schwulenberg has the inside. We're gonna see if he can get it done now. And I think he's got the better traction now as the corner is banked. And yes, he has. But no, Hanabusa, it's not done yet. Eric Hanabusa is gonna challenge once again into Gislaved. And I think Hanabusa has got it done that time. But is the battle really over yet? We're gonna see as Schwulenberg's gonna challenge to turn one. Can he get it? As it's a bank turn, it's going to allow Schwulenberg to have more traction as they head down the flight straight. This is incredible racing we're seeing here in Formula E. And yeah, the battle goes on corner for corner for corner. As Schwulenberg and Hanabusa, this is very, very respectful racing. Now coming into Norra, we're going to see if he can get it done on board with Huang Min Nguyen. We can see there, and I think Tobias Schwulenberg has finally got that battle done. And it's a incredible racing between the two, and that is Tobias Schwulenberg finally up into P6. And yeah, that was great racing. And yeah, I think now yeah, it's a bit unfortunate for Hanebusa, but those two were battling the entire race. We're on lap 4 for that one now. And yeah, the question is who's gonna get that P7, because that battle is far from over, let me tell you. As Gabriel Gomez is now closing in on Fernando Tos, so he's gonna try to make a move on the inside for P10. So Gomez is gonna want to get in the points at the moment. As you can see that he's closing in through Carousel now. So yeah, but bank corners are usually quite hard to follow. So yeah, quite impressive that everyone can follow each other through there. As I think Olsen has built up a gap actually to Smither in second, 1.3 that is. As you can see, yeah, you can just see the gap there, especially on the track map as well. How big of a gap that is to Smithler in second. But Smithler will be very happy. Will be scoring his first podium. So will Talal Nagali. And yeah, but Talal Nagali, I think, is going to be under pressure from Anton Urlov in P4. Only 5 to 6 tenths separate them now. But yeah, we will see if that gap will increase or close anytime soon. As what is the closest gap on track at the moment? I can't really see. As I think it is, yeah, Will Parrish to Mehmet Demirolu, the last two cars to cross the line that were in qualifying. So that is the battle for P12. I think Parrish is, yeah, I think he needs to improve on those qualifying positions for next season. Obviously, it won't be the next season of Formula E. Formula E is rebranding to IndyCar next season. So, yeah, new tracks, new cars, and new drivers. We will all see. There, actually, I think Paris made a bit of a mistake. I think Adam Wolf tried a bit of a move there, but it didn't really work. As they head through Carousel now, we're going to see if it's going to be any opportunity for Adam Wolf to try a move. But I don't think there is at the moment. But yeah, Olsen's actually doing pretty well. He's holding that gap 2 seconds that is now to Max Mittler, but we should focus on the cars behind if any gaps will hold up. And yeah, here is Riyad Bazino. Made his debut in Paul Ricard. Did some pretty fancy moves there. Finished P8, scored points on his debut. And yeah, he made his debut alongside his teammate Adam Wolf as well. So they both made their debuts for the same team at the same time. Obviously, we had Jafari Blackwood go to F2, and then Kieran Jimenez retire after that. So yeah, it was a bit of an unlucky streak for Virgin, but they've been able to field two new drivers. But I think, yeah, there aren't many teams that have fielded the same. I think, yeah, there are a few teams that have still fielded the same drivers throughout the entire season. Obviously, next race, Venturi is going to have an entirely new lineup from the one that they had at the start of the season. As Will Parrish is going to go to Formula 2, as aforementioned. So yeah, we're gonna see what who will replace Paris and Venturi next race, as that will be announced in our Discord server. But yeah, Paris looks to not be able to close the gap to Demirola, so the gaps are just kind of quite staying the same at the moment. Um, so yeah, you can see everyone is just following each other quite nicely. But as you know, the slipstream isn't really a massive thing in these cars. They're not really built for slipstreaming. I think the closest gap is actually Matthias Poco in P19. He's catching up to Jake Tildesley. If we could check that, as yeah, he is actually. But is he close enough to try and move? I don't think he is. No, he isn't. But yeah, you can see it on the track map. Some gaps are forming, but that is an absolutely monumental gap from P1 to P2. It's 3 seconds now. Um, so I don't even think it's worth looking at. Yeah, you can just see there how big of a gap that is. That is incredible. How one can dominate so much in a spec series. But yeah, the two Tajitas will have had their moments in moment in the sun, as both Tajitas will have won in a row, which will be nice for the DS Tachita team, or not DS Tachita, Tachita. As here is Erika Hanbus, so she's not been able to close the gap on Tobias Schwulenberg at the moment. So Schwulenberg has held ahead for P7 at the moment, as we're gonna see the lap time, so you can see how faster Olsen is lapping than the Smittler, as there are people coming into the pit lane. What? Oh no, I think everyone's running out of energy again. Oh god. Okay, so we seem to be having a bit of technical issues. Stevens is into the pit lane. If we could just check that, actually, as he's coming out again. Okay. No idea why that happened, but Tom Stevens is in and out of the pit lane. Okay, that's great. Let's. Okay, I have no idea why that happened, but we'll ignore it. As here is Eric Allen. You can see some sparks flying there. Actually, might it be tire wear? No, it can't be. No idea why, but if everyone pits, there will be a rollback of the results from a lap earlier, because we do not want some weird glitch to switch everything up. So yeah, just know that if everyone just starts randomly pouring into the pit lane, there will be a rollback of the results. So yeah, I don't know why there's a bit of sparks flying, but it looks pretty cool. I have to say that. As Olsen as yeah, everyone is just coming into the pit lane, so this is very weird. We're gonna see if they'll actually come out again. I want to see what happens. So we're gonna see as everyone comes in for their quote unquote mandatory stops. As here comes Mittler, and we're gonna see if everyone is gonna come out. I don't think they will, but that is really strange. Um, so are they gonna come out? Let's just check for a while. But yeah, this is not how we wanted. Oh, the tires are worn. The sparks indicate that the car is running on its rims. So this is a tire change they're doing. So this is very strange, actually. I have no idea why. Okay, so this is, yeah, this is very strange. But yeah, considering that they will not go out, I think we can hand Håkon Olsen the win in Anderstorp. So I think we can officially say that Håkon Olsen wins at Anderstorp, and Max Mittler will be second, and Talal Nagali will be third. But that is quite an anticlimactic end to Formula E. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week when the